Okay, everybody, Josh here, Hope Paranormal. It's Friday night. I am kind of on my own tonight. The family's spending the night at a friend's house. I decided to sit in my office and pull out the DR60 and ask if tonight was a good night to invite the SCOLE spirits. And this is what I heard. Again. Okay, that says have them meet. So then I asked, did I just hear you correctly that I should have them meet? I'll play that again. That says, have them come at 10:30. It's 8 o'clock right now. So then I asked if that's correct, if I should have them come at 10:30. So I'll play that again. That answer is yes. So when I asked for confirmation, I got yes. I then asked, and this is crazy, I then asked, who is speaking? Now, I asked the question, who is speaking? And that sounds like, to me, I could be wrong, I'm about to review this, but it sounds like it said Jesus. I don't know. Okay. I then said, is this Jesus? I'll play that again. That sounds like yes, confirmation to that. I then asked about meeting at 10:30, or I should have a meeting tonight, I think. And the answer is yes again. Stay tuned. So for some reason, I just walked into my house and was instantly hit with some kind of, like every hair on my body stood up instantly. Nothing negative feeling at all, but definitely very powerful, very charged. The minute I came in, and it's happening again. I feel that when I feel my higher power, but that was a pretty intense charge. Okay. All right, it's shortly after 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm now going to ground myself briefly and run energy. As I immediately do so, I feel a charge, a serious charge. All right. So I was told by the voice on the recorder that recognized or identified itself as Jesus. That was the name that I could make out. may be wrong with that name, and I'm not saying that it is definitely Jesus, but I am grateful for the communication. Told that at 10:30 to invite the spirits from the SCOLE experiment. Here written on this list, right here. I'm going to call the names out. I'm going to invite them personally, which I feel like they are already here, or some are. Patrick McKenna, Sir William Crooks, Manu, Raji, Edward Marshall, I said, Arthur Conan Doyle, also known as Edwin, Sir Oliver Joseph Lodge, Paxton, Abraham, and Mrs. Bradshaw. Okay, so before I turn on the box, I'm going to use the recorder. Who is here with me? Okay, that's very loud. I'm going to ask one of these people, these spirits that are from the experiment, from this group of spirits, to speak for the group or whoever is comfortable. I'm going to ask so that we can try to establish some type of basic, crude form of communication, possibly with this, and then I'm going to also run some of the boxes and see what happens with that. So can I ask just to say the first name of the person speaking for the group? Okay, so I believe it's saying it's Patrick. That's the first name on this list. It sounds like Patrick. It could be also Paxton, or I don't know. But let's just say, okay, so just to establish this with a yes or a no, and just please bear with me here because we're just trying to establish this. You guys did amazing work in that experiment. So if this is Patrick, I'm going to ask let's see. If this is Patrick, can you say yes or no? Okay. Oh, that is something. Oh, that is something. What are you saying there? Wow, but that's clear. It's almost like you backed away from the microphone a little bit, like you were too close to it before. Very interesting. Okay, hold on. Oh, it sounds really good, but I don't know what the heck you're saying. How many of you are here right now? 5. I think it's 5. How many are there altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So with a yes or no, can you tell me if there is 5, if that's correct? I mean, this is absolutely incredible. All right, I'm going to go one step further, I think, because the connection is really there. I feel you're over here, you're by this camera. There's some over, they're just, I don't know, you're around here. But the one that I'm communicating with, which I think is Patrick, I don't know. I'm going to hear more on the review. This is groundbreaking work. I'm sorry, I've been doing this for 6 years. I've been collecting evidence. I've got over 100-something videos on YouTube, okay? I've never experienced this kind of communication. There's no radio, there's no boxes, there's no apps. This is just pure energy, consciousness from one of these spirits. They're here. This is pretty amazing. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask if we can go one step further, guys. I'm going to ask if I can get each of the 5 of your names so we can at least identify who is here, who's participating. So for the 5 that are here, can I get your names? No, I think Tigger might have messed with it. They said something. Okay. Patrick McKenna, one of the spirits from the SCOLE experiment. Can I get any other names? I'm waiting for my air to shut off. The microphone is so sensitive that it will pick that up and will keep the mic going and kind of causing it to not, the voice activation. Look at that, look at glowing eyes over here. Okay. I'm in a dark room, completely dark, pretty much. Can I get any of your other names? All right. Should I turn on the Wonder Box? Wait a minute. Did that sound like a name? No, that was answering. It had to be answering me. I'll thank you right now for all of you that are here, the 5 of you that are participating. I thank my higher power, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I thank Archangel Michael for being here, for the protection that I always have. And I invite these spirits from the SCOLE experiment, you 5, and the rest of anyone else that would like to come that's part of that group, to participate, to help with the answers and communication. Let me ask you freely without asking a question. I may not hear everything, but I'm going to try to get it on the review. What is it that you'd like to say, Patrick? I am beyond grateful right now. And for the people that are going to be seeing this, whether they believe it or not, or hear it or not, for the ones that do, are just absolutely going to be grateful for this type of communication as well. Wow, okay, so I guess I'm going to ask, who's next? Wait a minute. No way. It says Adam. That's my friend Adam on the list. His name is right here. You can't read it, but I'll show it to you. I've already shown it to everyone. Who is next? Did it again. All right. I've heard Patrick, Adam, and then that one who I don't know. I didn't understand it, but I'll hear it in the review. Okay, so hold on. So who is next? It's unbelievable. It's like every time I do it, it just does it a couple seconds and then it stops. But it's something different. So clearly these are not just the same sounds. Okay. Maybe they're saying it's done. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't want to just guess. I want to, when I hear it, I hear it. If not, then I'll play it and I'll hear it in the review. Again, I thank you all. I will run this box for a few minutes afterwards, but we're going to stay with the recorder because the recorder, even though not everything is perfectly definitive, it's some of the best type of communication. It's undeniable stuff. Okay, so we're going to ask again, is there anyone else that needs to identify themselves? Oh, wow. I have hit on the list. I have Henry on the list. All right. Who is next? It's either saying it's Pac or Bob. I know that's kind of... It's Pac. If it's Pac, you know who that is. He's on my list. If it's Bob, well, he's on there too. But it sounds like it's Pac. Okay. I've got the SCD2. We're going to try something here. I don't know what the reaction will be. There may be something, it may be nothing. Alright. I think we've had some pretty groundbreaking stuff tonight. Let me try one thing. We're just testing things out, guys. I hope that this is not a one-time occurrence. I hope that this is the beginning of many different sessions that I can do with you. I've set the intention, and I wish to better the communication. My heart is pure with it, and I would love to just continue to try to help and use it to help spirit. Can any of the spirits from the SCOLE experiment here say anything? All of you came through the DR60. It was amazing. Thank you.
He doesn't even know. Would you?
Bob again. Bob, you sounded strong.
¿Qué tal, querido?
How amazing.
¿Qué tengo que elegir?
I just got charges again.
Apoyo.
All right. I'm going to go back to the recorder for a minute. Okay. Let me shut that down. Okay. All right, I am going to end this session. For the ones that you all sounded off, I am so grateful and so glad. I will then ask again for the time and when to set another session with you guys. May I ask if Patrick or whoever is, of course, the person that can speak the clearest and say whatever needs to be said, can I ask if there's a closing message for me and anyone else that will be watching this? Okay, that was kind of quick. All right. It's heavy. I think we'll end it on that. Let this work continue. Until next time.